Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to edit the information in the header area, which is all of this from the sign up for 15% off your first order all the way down to where it says free shipping here. So that's the header, and then the footer is right at the bottom of the website. So here it is down here. So this will start on where it says stay in quack all the way down to the bottom bar where it says designed by Scorpion Media. So for us to do that, we need to go into the back end. So if you see Duck Smart in the top left corner, click on that to get into the back end. And we're going to scroll down the left hand side until we find the bit that says Tatsu, and we're going to edit the header first. So we're going to go across and then down to headers. Now we've only got one header, which is this one here, DS main header, and if we click on edit, that shall now launch Tatsu. So it's a similar way of editing as to what the pages were. Okay, here we go. So at the top here we've got our text block for sign up for 15% off your first order, which you can edit over this side, and you can see that I've linked this to the section of the front page which is hashtag newsletter. So when you click on that, it will just scroll down to that section of the website. To change the color in the background, you could click on the row, click on style, and then change the background color here. I don't recommend that you go and change any of these because this is all set up nicely for your branding. The logo here, you can see I've set all of the different types of logos, and when people click on this, this will go back to the home page. Over to the right here we've got our shortcode editor, and I've put in here our shortcode for the search, so that when we type in whatever we're looking for, it comes up with pictures and suggestions of what we're looking at. Next row down we've got the horizontal menu for our categories: what's new, offers, bicycle, motorcycle, etc. Now to change these we have to do it through the menu settings, not through the header settings, but you can choose which menu that you want. So at the moment we've got it set to main categories, but you can see here I've set up different ones for, like, we've got one for pages, and so that will show all of our pages if we was to choose that one. Our different blog post categories, so now it's changed to our different blog post categories, but this is our main header, so we want all of our main shop categories to appear across the top. Next bit down we've got icons. So I've got a little bike icon, and then I've got the text block next to it. Same thing as we go along here, you've got an icon and then a text block. If we were to look over here, this says free shipping over £30, which you can edit on the left there. That one isn't linked to anything because it doesn't need to link to anywhere. However, the next one across is Duck Smart Fan Club. So if we highlight this, you can see that this is linked to the fan club page. Icon on the left, if you wanted to change it, click on it, and then you can then click on there and search for another icon to change it to. But again, that's not something that I would change at the moment. Now if you look down here, you see it says responsive options, and at the moment we're looking at desktop, so we can see what this will look like on a laptop and on a tablet and on a mobile. So you will notice that some of the items are hidden on the smaller screen. So I've hidden this row here on the smaller screen, and the reason I've done that is because it doesn't look so good on that, so we don't really need to show it on the smallest screens. As we get down to tablet and mobile, we've then got the little burger menu, which when we click it then shows us here what that's going to look like. So we've got a logo, we've got our vertical menu, yeah, so that's that. So I go back, and once you've finished doing everything again, just remember to click save, and then it will update the page for you, and to then go back and view the home, just click view home, and it will then show all of your changes that you've done there. So I'm going to close that one down, and now we're going to go and have a look at the footer instead. So again, back up to the top left, click on Duck Smart to get back to the back end, scroll down to find Tatsu, and this time select footer. there's our footer. So if we click on that, I'll click edit, it will launch the Tatsu editor. Okay, now it's loaded. You can see here we've got some inline text which is stay in quack, so that's our way of saying stay in touch. So you can edit that, that's inline text directly there. You've then got an icon group, so if we click on that, this is for all of our social media links, and then click on the icon bit on the left, you can then change the link of where it's going to in there if you want. And then same again, if we was to come back, got the same for Instagram, but let's say that we wanted to add another one for I don't know, say LinkedIn, and we want to duplicate the one below. So we press the three dots there and click duplicate. It now creates a new icon for us, and this is going to have all the same colors and overlay hovers and all that kind of stuff. Let's say that we want to do this for LinkedIn instead. You can click on the icon picture there and we'll start typing in LinkedIn, and then up will come LinkedIn there, and then we will just then change this to whatever our LinkedIn account is. I don't know, let's just make one up, Duck Smart, and we always want it to open in a new tab because we don't want people to deviate away from our website. Now if we were to click save on that, I know it's not showing here yet, but if we go to view home and then scroll down to the bottom, you can see here that it's now added the LinkedIn icon as well. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to undo everything that I want because we don't have a LinkedIn yet, so I'm just going to delete that off of there. Go across to the next section which says our nest. This is all inline text, so you can change the address in there just by clicking on it and then editing. Next bit over, crack at us, we've got what's called a multi-purpose card. So we click on that, over to the left you'll see the icon that I've got here is a telephone because this is for our telephone number. And this link here, TEL, and then the colon, is the link to be able to activate that so that people are able to click on that and then it will call people. It's important for us to have a clickable phone number on the website for SEO, so that's what we've done that. And I've typed in the phone number down here, and again I've linked this with the code TEL and then the colon and then the phone number. So that's how we've done that. Next multi-purpose card down is for the email, so we've got our email icon, and then we've just then linked the text to mail to sales@ducksmart.co.uk. so if you wanted to change that to a different email address you could. Across to the next section, useful links, again that title's just inline text, so you can change that if you wanted to. And then we've got another navigation menu. So here is our one for the footer, which includes all of your important stuff like delivery and returns, terms and conditions, and your privacy policy. Going across next, this is where we've got our main pages. So unlike a normal service-based website where you would have all of your pages listed at the top, on your website, because it's e-commerce, we've got our categories listed across the top for the shop instead. So all of our additional pages sit in the footer. So in the footer you can see we've got our about section, a link to our blog, link to a fan club, link to sponsored ducks, link to a dealer locator, and a link to become a dealer. In this navigation menu as well, in the future we could also add a dealer only page where they could log in and get specific dealer information, or the links to the Dropbox or wherever it is that you're keeping all of the images for them to be able to download. Next section down, single image this time. We've got our logo in there, and then we've got our copyright information in here as well. I've put in your company number and your VAT number. Just double check before we go live that that is correct, and if it's not, you now know how to change it. And that is pretty much your footer. So once again, remember to click save, and then as soon as it's saved we can click view home, and then we're just going to check that the little LinkedIn icon that we put here has now disappeared. So do a quick scroll to the bottom, and there we go, it's now gone. So that is how easy it is to update your headers and footers.